All right, you guys missed us? Yes, no, maybe, I don't know. We're back tonight, and we're here to give you guys a little bit of news and some updates and some things, and we're going to talk about shooting drills and small guns. Who here has a small gun and some big hands? Not me. Oh my God, that was so funny.
All right, bro, that was impromptu. Well, I give you that one. I give you that one. Definitely,
this,
that was a good one.
this show must go on. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Matter of fact, here you go.
Oh yeah. So yeah, you saw that. All right, Omar. Yep. Thanks for stopping by, Omar.
That's right. What's up, big guy?
And we gotta thank who sponsored the show, and that's Saber Team Tactical. And guess what? See that promotion code on the front? Right to Bear. We're a partnership with Right to Bear Arms. No, Right to Bear. And use, huh?
Right to Bear Protection Plan.
Right Bear legal protection.
There you go.
And for responsible gun owners, if you conceal carry, you carry a firearm, you need Right to Bear. You use promotion code SABER, and you will save over $200 and something per year if you use our promotion code. So check them out, sign up, and hit that link right there. And now we're gonna go into the classes and take it away out.
Yep, we got our one-on-one classes. That's a bailiwick. We do that on the regular. Very good. We come out and do an assessment, take a look at where you are. No matter if you're a beginner, intermediate, we work on advanced. Come on out and you'll see. I have some guys working that right now, and I've seen the progress in them. I'm very proud of where they've gone. Funny story, real quick, is that they were brand new, and if you see what they're doing now with firearms, you'd be amazed. So come on out, let us work with you and tune you up as well. Our basic firearms training and the rest of the topics that you see there, we can put those on for small groups, 1 to 2 people. If you want to come out and just work on shotgun, we'll get the shotguns out. We'll work through it. We have lesson plans for everything that you see here. Our next class that's coming up is on the 28th of October, and it's going to be a bang boom doozy because it's going to have smoke involved. So if you never had any theatrical smoke thrown and chaos and things like that, you need to come to that class. It is really an experience that you need. Not only do you get to shoot and move and work with this in small groups, but you also learn how to triage injuries and sustain people, get them stabilized. There you go, stabilize people. You know, I was looking for that word. Stabilize them until you get some higher medical professionals there to help you out. So this is a good class. Not only for, a lot of people ask me about Stop the Bleed for firearms and gunshot wounds, and that's definitely needed. But this is also for car accidents, kid falling down on a bicycle, you know, trauma, anything that relates to trauma. This will help you out. And then November, we have the rifle and tactical gear class. You bought gear all year and you wanted to test it out. This is definitely a good test because you will push your firearm, you'll push all your web gear, your mag pouches, your magazines. You will push them to the nth. And if it fails out here, you need to get rid of it. So bring it out and try it. Try all your new gear and all the things that you have. Also, want a quick plug between all of this, October 15th is where we have a meet and greet. and we are taking numbers now, and it's getting to the point where we might have to cut it off because a lot of people have already signed up, and this is not a walk on. This is definitely you have to sign up before because we have to let the range know how many people we have. We got to factor out all the drills that we're going to do, so we need the head count prior to October 15th. So you have to pay. It's only $30. And in this way, we did this before, and this time we're actually taking people through and showing you how to do it a better way. So we'll actually be doing it a slight, you would call it a training. So it's a meet and greet, but we'll also be working you with the drills and showing you the better way to get faster, more accurate, whatever it takes for you.
Yep. So sign up. Do not hesitate. Do not wait. And
Pro
yeah.
2A Tactical will be out there as well, and they're bringing. Sam told me just recently they're bringing. He told me they're different guns, but guns. They're bringing guns and they're bringing ammunition.
Okay.
And they're going. They'll be out there, and he said it'll be the whole day. I thought we were gonna have him scheduled for a particular time. He said he's coming the whole day, and
Yep.
he's raring to go. And he's a good guy. I don't know if you see him on Instagram. Look up 2A Tactical, 2A Pro Tactical, Pro 2A
Yep.
Tactical, Pro 2A Tactical.
That's
And look him up.
number 2A. Yeah. So, and they're located in Alpharetta. They're a small privately owned gun manufacturing company, and they build ARs and other platforms from scratch.
Yep.
And,
And they bring pistols or AR machines from 3 inches up. It's crazy. I saw some of those.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow.
Yeah, you can get the they have an AR platform, the 50 Beowulf, and boy, if you want to shoot one of those, I'm tempted to get one. To tell you the truth.
You put holes in houses.
Oh my God, that's a oof. I should tell them bring it out there so I can test fire. No.
Yeah.
But yeah, so sign up now. Don't hesitate. Don't wait till the last minute because we might have to tell you to no. You know what I'm saying? Go to the laser engraving company. I'm in the process of making new product now, and that's what I've been doing for the last couple of days, all day today. I make everything. My biggest sellers, these I don't have any pictures of it, but the novelty ammo, wooden ammunition crates. And so process of making about 40 of those things, and it's killing me. So if you got any questions, hit me up, saberteamtactical@gmail.com. All right.
To the show.
Onto the show.
What's up, 702?
Oh, yeah. Hold on. Yeah. 702. What's happening, my man? Thank you for stopping by. And
Raider Nation.
right now we're on Twitch. We're on we're still on Kick, Al. We're still on Kick. I'm surprised we're still on Kick. You know, nobody's oh yeah, we're still on Kick. We're still there. You know, page didn't come up. I thought they got us. You know what I'm saying? I guess if I say anything, then they'll notice the page and they'll shut it down. And we're on YouTube. And we're on the mighty Rumble. And everybody on YouTube and Rumble, please hit the thumbs up buttons on those two stations and platforms so we can grow in numbers and rise above the Phoenix.
Yeah. And anyway, if you're on YouTube, hit the like button, man, and use those little, I don't know what these things are called, but there's a heart that'll pop up on it right above the chat. Tap that. That helps us out too. I just found that out.
Okay.
That shows the participation of the audience.
Right. So here we go.
You want to talk
shooting
about
drills.
Korean boy?
Huh?
You wanted to talk about that Korean guy?
Oh yeah. I want to talk about this fool. This fool. Everybody know about this fool, right? Travis Davis. That's his name. No, Travis King. This is a clown that went overseas. He was over in Korea. He ran across the DMZ, the black dude. He's a freaking idiot, right? And he basically ran across the DMZ because he was coming back to the United States to be prosecuted and thrown out the army. And so he goes over there. North Korea holds him for over 30 days and didn't acknowledge that they had him. Here he is right here. and didn't acknowledge they had him. And so recently, what happened was this last couple of days, North Korea turned his ass over to China and got rid of him. They didn't want him, you know. So
You don't have no secrets.
he probably didn't know anything. Either that or he was a spy. There's a lot of rumors going around that he was a spy working for the government, giving secrets to them for some unknown reason. And so if when he gets off the plane at the tarmac in China, there were military personnel that got off the plane with him. He was not in handcuffs or shackles. So that's tell you right there how they're going to treat him. They already talking about treating him as a POW and a prisoner of war. And that is what he committed was he admitted to committing treason and desertion. That's 10, 15 years in prison right there. You know?
Yeah, plus
Maybe
whatever
20.
he did in order to get over there in the first place.
Yeah.
Well,
So
what they were going to kick him out for.
they're gonna because he got into a fight downrange downtown in the civilian population with a Korean male, and apparently the Korean police, South Korean police came and got him. They arrested him, put him in the car. They got to him before the MPs. So that means he was in an area that MPs wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? And so when he was in the car, he destroyed the car on the inside by kicking the windows out and the doors and all that stuff. He did it's like $5,000 of damage or something. And so when they goes to court, the Korean male says he did not want to press charges against him, which we thought was odd. Everybody thinks that's odd because Koreans don't give a hell. They don't care about soldiers. You know what I'm saying? South Koreans, most of them hate you. You know what I'm saying? And so, but the police department pressed charges, so he had to spend 30 to 45 days in their jail. He comes out looking mighty supreme and healthy, you know, well fed. And then that's when he gets his little track and goes across the DMZ. You saw the picture of him right there standing at the DMZ. He was good shape.
Right, and he was waiting for his opportunity.
And check this out. When they saw him come back from North Korea, they say he was in good condition. He wasn't malnourished. He was walking on his own accord, you know, so he didn't get beat. Remember that last dude that was in North Korea and got thrown in jail? Remember they beat him? He came back brain dead.
Yeah.
And this dude didn't. I think this dude actually speaks the language. I think he speaks Hangul. You know what I'm saying? And so if he does speaks that language, the dude probably is a spy. I wouldn't doubt it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. So, but he's back in the United States. So I guess they're going to out-process him. But if you notice, they're really not talking about this on the news at all. They're trying to keep it hush-hush. You know what I'm saying? So again, it's die out. But I think this administration is not going to prosecute him. They're going to let this guy go. They're just going to give him a discharge. Knowing them, they'll probably give him the Bronze Star and Medal of Honor. So, but
Wow.
they're gonna probably try to claim he's a hero, some reason or another, and it'll be a Netflix news story, movie out about it next.
What language did you say he spoke?
Hangul. It's a very difficult language. It's very hard to speak it, but when the guys do pick up the dialogue, that it's actually pretty good. You can understand it if you're over there enough or long enough, you will learn to pick up the language. I was able to pick up the language and I knew some words, how to speak it back to them, you know, how to when they talk to me and we understand. Because you got to learn how to communicate with some.
Looking at the press release or press statement, should I say, right, from the Department of State, Sweden helped with this transfer too.
Okay.
Yep. So
Yeah.
Sweden and the People's Republic of China that they paid for it, and a couple of generals and people like that.
Right. They should have left him over there. But North Korea didn't want him, you know, because be honest, they don't like black people. You know what I'm saying? So they didn't want him to be over there and mix with their women or whatever. It wasn't going to happen. I'm telling you, you know, it is.
Damn.
North Koreans are They're vicious. What's up, Strap House? How you doing, man? And so yeah, it is what it is. All right, shooting drills. Go ahead, Al.
Yeah. So basically, what that entails, or what we start on that, is what do you use? What type of drills do you shoot in order to simulate a practical incident? So something that you can use in self defense. So a lot of people go out and they shoot bullseye or the B was it the B-52, I think it is, with the NRA target, and that's well and good. But does that actually show skill? You know, you can put a round in a bullseye and no time limit or anything like that. So we talk about different shooting drills. And then that matches with the guns. There's small guns. A lot of people nowadays are looking for, especially new people, are buying guns and they're looking for small guns to conceal. But they don't have the wherewithal to understand shooting a small gun takes more effort than it does for a mid-size or a compact to full-size gun. And then we also talking, I'm throwing all these things out here and we'll touch on these throughout the show. Ammunition for them. Okay, the terminal ballistics for a small gun versus the terminal ballistics for a 4-inch barrel or more. That's the thing that you have to weigh. You can carry a small gun, you can conceal it and make you feel good and you feel like you're ready. But how ready are you when you actually, as you always say, Al, you have to shoot more bullets in order for it to be effective. We always talk about shot placement. We talk about, we make jokes about the FUDs, but these guys are talking about 45 calibers, and one round is all it takes, and that may not always hold water, but at the same time, a bigger bullet makes a bigger hole.
Yeah, and it brings more kinetic energy. Yeah.
And this is out there. We're talking right now to people who are new, people in the intermediate, and they kind of floundering because you can't buy skill, right? You can pay for someone to show you how to gain skill, but skill comes from working. So you have to continue to do it.
Okay, so here's most of the drills everybody do when they're in an indoor range is put the target out between 7 and 4 yards, and they sit up there shooting at the bullseye with a box of ammunition. What type of drill is that going to help you guys with?
Right. And the same thing you just said, one of the things I hear a lot of when you mention that is I make grouping. I got a tight group. When you start to realize, especially competition shooters, you realize that once you start moving, that group opens up immensely.
Right. So what happens when they do those shooting drills on the indoor range? They condition themselves once they draw to stand still and not move and focus on nothing but that shot group. And when that target is away from them more than what their brain has calibrated that they can shoot at, they miss. Because what happens is fear overtakes the mind and it psychs them out. Now they're no longer looking at the sights, they're looking at the target,
right?
Because the target is farther than what they trained for. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and there's a sense of panic setting in.
Yeah, sense of panic starts to set in. So shooting drills, it always should have some type of movement. You guys heard the term getting off the X, you know what I'm saying? And it should always have some type of drawing action if you carry conceal.
Right.
And the drawing action should be carried concealed in the condition that you carry in real life.
Right.
If you carry one of those man pack bags across your chest, purse, you should practice that way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you carry it on your 3 o'clock on your hip with your shirt up pulled over, you should practice that way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you got it on your ankle, you should practice that way. You know what I'm saying? And then you should have some type of movement drill where you're at least doing 2 to 3 steps, either to the left or to the right, never backwards or forward. Left, right, back, left. Was it? What is it? Left and right, and left, right, and forward. You got to at least do 3 steps, left, right, and forward, And if you can do that and still put it in that bullseye the way you're shooting stationary, then you're doing pretty good.
Right. And
You
that's
know,
the thing is that if you don't do it, you will never know. And I come across a lot of folks that tell me all the time how, they can do this or they can do that. And I listen to them and then I ask them, where do you train and where do you practice? And then they say
indoor range.
indoor range. And it's like going into a phone
Hmm.
booth because you're surrounded and you're limited on, your mobility from left and right. And most ranges don't even, and some of them don't allow you to draw from a holster. So how
Can't
you
draw from
practicing
those.
that?
But
And
this is how they practice. This is how they can do it, though.
mhm.
Put the gun on the table and have it loaded. Have your magazines on the table, and just close your eyes and say, "Go inside your head. Open your eyes, pick up the gun, and start shooting."
Mhm.
So that you can do that as close as possible. That's be the closest thing you can do to drawing from the holster, because now you can take the target. You can take the target and be moving it back while your eyes are closed. Then you say, "Go," release the target, then pull up the gun, and now it's going to be at a different position every single time.
Right. Mhm.
You know,
Yep. And there's a question in reference to a tactical sling, and no, we're not talking about
tactical
tactical sling.
sling.
That sling bag is what he was mentioning.
Oh yeah, no,
They
tactical sling. Oh
mm,
yeah, and we're not talking about rifles. We're talking about pistols right now.
right. These guys
Yeah,
wear these bags, and they're very prominent nowadays.
man purses, man
Okay,
purses.
Jesus.
They're
I'm
man
trying to keep
purses.
it
Guys who
general.
got those cross things across their bodies, they're man purses. They're keeping a wallet, their lipstick, and everything's in there. And they're wearing them across their body. You can see these guys walking everywhere with them. You automatically know they got a gun in them because usually they're wearing flip flops.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Mhm. Yep.
so those are
And
those are
it's
first
crazy.
guys I'd zero in on.
Hmm.
You know,
Because
yeah.
in the old days, you used to look and see the guy with the bulge on the side of his right hip or his left hip. And nowadays, you look for those bags because they're
Hmm.
definitely. And then for a while, it was the guys with the camera. What you call it? What are those things called when they put on the camera? Those vests that we wore for what's the thing called? IDPA. The best to make everybody look
Oh
like a
yeah,
federal
the
government
tactical
worker.
shooting vest, the shooting
Right.
vest.
Yep. And then
Yeah.
these guys. This person right here, she's got to be banned. She's gonna be banned. It was
Wow,
like
what's
Katie.
going on?
I know her.
Oh, you know her? I was
Yeah,
about to say, don't do that, man. You're gonna make me. I almost did it, bro. What's wrong with you, man?
I know. I
Hey, what's
know.
going on, Katie? How you doing? I don't know you. Al knows you.
Hmm.
I don't know the reference to the sunshine.
Yeah, I'm not.
So,
Wow.
what was you saying again? You
Yeah,
just got
no, I'm
me
saying that
distracted.
we're talking about the bags, and then you have to practice from that because if you don't, and then the time comes and you're fumbling around, and it's the same thing with ladies with a pistol in their purse.
Hmm.
You have to have a secluded area in that purse that every time you reach into the purse, it's there at the same place all the time. It
Right.
has to. It's the same with holsters. When you get guys, they want to buy all the different holsters, but yet they're not effective. So when you actually see them draw, they can't get a full purchase on the grip. So what's the
Hmm.
purpose of that holster?
Right.
And there's a lot of folks that don't realize that, hey, if I'm doing this, I have to do it right. And they figure any old holster would do, any old and not only a holster but mag pouches.
Oh yeah.
Just today, I proven my point again. Working with these guys, they're working through things, right? And they got all kind of nice guns. They got nice guns. They're like starting at $700 guns, bro. I mean, these dudes are
Ugh.
coming in, they doing it right. Not one mag pouch out there.
How they holding mags in their back pockets?
And he learned his lesson today. I pushed him through. I pushed him, and I told him
Okay.
he'll have a mag pouch next time.
Okay.
Because you can't do things that are routine when you're moving things to different places. You got it in the front pocket today, and you got a back pocket tomorrow. Then
Oh,
you
he's
reach in
doing
the
that.
front pocket, and it's not
He's
there
doing
anymore.
that tactic.
But the
Yeah.
time is of the essence. We're still moving. Get the gun out. Get the magazine. Get the magazine.
Right.
Not gonna slouch. So
Right.
that's where you have to have things in the right order.
Hmm.
And I see a lot of folks go out here now, and they only have one. They have no magazine. No extra magazine.
Some carry no magazines.
Yep.
Some carry one magazine, Some carry the magazines in those cheap, what do you call them? Those cheap
The nylon
Velcro
holster. Yeah.
nylon holster with the Velcro strapped on
Oh
top.
my god, dude, that
And
is a
you know
death
how
trap.
long that takes to get that thing out?
But they don't
It,
see. They don't see that. They see that
yeah,
they're doing it right, and they think they're doing it right because they have a holster. You have
right.
to get quality, and it's the old adage: cry once, buy once, cry once.
There's several companies, guys. Crossbreed.
hmm
What's the one I just bought?
Galco, Safari Land,
Yeah,
that Blade Tech.
Blade Tech. I
hmm
mean, all affordable.
Yep.
If you can't get some stuff, you can order it online. They'll send it directly to your home.
All the companies we just mentioned are on Amazon.
Yes,
Everybody's has Amazon membership.
right. You can get. Well, I think I don't know if they ship it through Amazon. I think that you can order it
hmm
through and they ship it from their
Right.
place. So it's still going to take
They
about
still
2 3 days.
advertise, right? Yeah, they still
Yeah,
advertise
yeah.
the 2 day
So you can't
shipping.
do it overnight. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but you getting 2 day shipping.
I just bought a Blade Tech 360 drop leg holster through them for well, about $120.
hmm And that's the other
Yeah,
thing. The sticker price on a quality holster is between $75 and $100. You can
yeah.
get away with 50. You can get away with 40. But if you're buying one that's $20, you're shorting
If
yourself.
it's made out of well, it depends on what. If it's made out of Velcro, if it's flimmy and flammy, and if it's not it's not Kytex, you cannot get a good shooting drill off with that.
hmm
Because or even leather. A lot of you guys are still carrying leather holsters. Leather
hmm
holsters are dangerous sometimes because you guys don't change them out enough. So when you doing a shooting drill, you want to get the same feel off that draw
Every
when you
time.
go to that gun. You want to get that same feel because it's going to give you that same grip. When I move back and my hand goes on my gun, I have a certain thing, a trick I do for myself. I I I I grab, pull up, so I know I got a good grip. Then the gun is coming out and it's going to work. All that's done in a couple of seconds.
hmm
But I know I'm doing it because it's something I'm feeling for when I go back and I grab that. When I feel that good feel grip, when I know I got that gun, I know when I bring it up, those sights are gonna be dead on. You know what
Right.
I'm saying?
hmm
But if I got that funny feeling, and you can feel it right about here,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? And if it doesn't feel good here, then your shot group's gonna be off on that
Right.
shooting drill.
And
So go
and the
ahead.
other thing too is that you have to be able to take whatever you practice, right? Especially like dry practice, and match that with live ammunition.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you can't do that, and I see a lot, another one, they do it with dry practice and then afraid to do it with live because they feel they're going to pull the trigger. That means you're doing something wrong in dry practice.
Mm-hmm.
Because now when
Yeah.
you go to holster or you're drawing the gun, you don't feel as confident, so you can't go as fast because you're doing some little extra maneuver that's not as safe as it would be with live ammo.
Yeah. Oh, that,
I see it
hey,
all.
I know they got devices that you can buy. Buy the Mantis. Buy some of the stuff you can put on there, and it will activate your trigger. So you guys don't be doing the trigger manipulation and rejacking and all this other stuff.
hmm
Only thing those things do is create bad habits. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna practice dry fire drill, just practice drawing and do target acquisition.
Right. And
Drawing target
see,
acquisition.
that's why we on the same page.
WK.
There's many people I say the same thing. I see it on this social media where people draw and they click and they get that click and you see it. You just
Hmm.
practicing you anticipate with no damn ammo.
Right.
What the hell is that all about? Like
And
pressing a trigger with no ammunition in it, that's fine. You're brand new, do what you gotta do. But when you get to it where you consider yourself intermediate or better, at this point it's all about getting the gun out, and you have to use live ammunition
yeah.
in order to
And
get
if
better.
and if ammunition is too expensive for you, get a 22 conversion kit.
hmm
It'll cost you about, depends on what you have. It'll cost you
About 170, 175.
Yeah, about
That's a
170,
high. If you
175.
look around, you
That's
can
high
find them for
end.
159 every once
Right.
in a while.
Go to your local pawn shop, buy 22.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You can
Yep.
probably negotiate them down to under 100, a whole gun for under $200,
Right.
a Glock 44 even. You know
Hmm.
what I'm saying?
Yep.
So it's a lot you can do to save money, in the long run if you want to practice, practice, practice. But you have to, as for instance, what I was going to say is when I first started shooting competition, they always had the box drill.
Yeah.
Remember the
Hmm.
box drill?
Yeah.
I used to hate the box drill. I used to hate it with a passion because I couldn't figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Then once you see the matrix, once you see it, you figure it out, and you're like, oh, I know why they're doing the box drill now.
Hmm.
The box drill has four legs, and they're putting everything that you should be training in one big package.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It was amazing because you moving left, you moving right, you moving forward, you moving backwards. You got reloads in there. I mean,
On the
it is a
move.
it
On
is
the
a
move.
tough drill, but it once you figure that drill out and you start hitting A zones with those drills, you do it enough, you do it enough, you do it enough, and it is amazing to see the improvement that you will have on yourself. You know
Hmm.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and you can't do those box drills indoors. You can only do those box drills outdoors, but
Hmm.
you can do a similar type of shooting technique on the indoor range if you get the multiple targets on the one target. So you can go from A to B, C, D. So it just help you shoot, but you have no movement.
Right.
So if you want to learn movement, you have to do movement at home, or you need to take a class from somebody to learn movement.
Hmm. Or go
Then
to a
go
local a match during the week, a weekday match.
even go to a match,
Yep.
and they
That's a
can.
good thing when you do IDPA during the week is that the match director, they'll come up with some diabolical stuff. You'll be shooting at night. You're shooting over barrels, under barrels. You're laying on the floor, sitting on the ground, all kind of stuff. And that's people always complain about. Well, competition shooting to get you killed. No, it won't. It'll get you experience that you wouldn't have any other way.
This is what competition stuff does for you. Competition. Thank you, WK. You guys hit the thumbs up button on all platforms, YouTube and Rumble. He said that on YouTube and Rumble. Thank you, WK. Um, Competition shooting. Yes, it makes you an active shooter. You
Well,
know what I'm saying? It
USP,
will make you an active
IPSC
shooter.
does.
Right. I'll hold on 702. I'll explain it. And but what competition will make you learn? It'll make you learn how to do movement. Make you learn how to draw. It'll make you learn muzzle discipline. It'll make you learn malfunction drills on your weapon, and you will know that firearm to the T. When it stops working, you will feel it and know when to put it back in the battery.
I agree with that.
When it also will teach you how to quick reload, how to do a tactical reload. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
It will also teach you how to always look at your sights and not to target.
Hmm.
Always. Because it's a penalty involved if you don't look at your sights.
Right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
And the thing about it also, you can't do anything that's close to competition shooting with IDPA, even at some part with IPSC and the new word was it USPCSA?
yeah, USPSA.
That one.
Yeah.
That one. The- Even with that, when you do it, you're now going up against the clock. Right? You don't have
Mm-hmm.
to worry about any other competitors. It's on you. So if you
On you.
you do one drill this week and you get it because there's always standards and you do the standards and you get a certain time, the next time you come out, you can try to beat that time.
You're
You're not worried
competing
about
against
anybody.
yourself.
You compete
You're,
against yourself.
you're competing
But
against
you
yourself.
cannot simulate that anywhere else because you got multiple people looking. You got strangers, sometimes friends, people that turn into friends. But at the time, you got people that you're trying to impress because you're there and you're trying to do the best that you can. If you can focus on that, you can't get that anywhere else. You
No.
can't do that even in classes. I've seen it where everybody's doing the drill, everybody's on the line at the same time, nobody's paying attention. You know, every once in a while, everybody IFs the next guy's target to see what he's doing. All right, cool. But you can't get that stress of standing there and having somebody holding a buzzer and say, shooter ready, and stand by, and they push the button. And at that point, it's all on you. You're the you're the showstopper.
Yeah.
You're gonna describe the box drill.
Yeah. I was trying to see if there's
Oh yeah, we'll go ahead and start talking. I found
a
one.
diagram for it. Yeah, I got a diagram. Yeah. So the box drill is a 4-point square that's roughly, each point is 7 meters apart, or roughly. It depends on where you're shooting it at, or the bay, or if it's being done indoors, and how much room you have to do the box drill. Um,
You got it. I got one.
oh, you got one? Yeah, go ahead and put it up. Yeah, I had it, and I was trying to figure out where I just dumped it.
Gotta give him permissions every time.
Who?
It asked me for permission to show it.
Oh, okay. You got it?
Yep, there it
I
is.
think we got the same one. Yeah, there we go. So the box drill, you have the top where it has the 5 yards, and you'll start on one of the corners, and you will work your way to the next point, and either they would have a reload in there, and basically they'll say start with 6 rounds. So you can have 3 targets at the other end, and you can have each leg. You got to put 2 targets, 2 shots on each target,
Right.
and so you'll be moving laterally until you go to the next stage, and you got to reload. Then you got to go down to the close in to the targets. Usually, when you get within 4 yards of the targets, they want you to do headshots only while
Right.
moving across. And so then once you do that, then you're gonna do another reload somewhere in there. Then you got to come back and do another backwards. So you're gonna go through all 3 magazines basically. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And it's a lot of shooting. It's a lot of fun.
And that's what it
Box
looks like.
drill
So if you
is-
had one target, we've done it where there was 3 targets and you had to hit
Yeah, I've
each
done it
one
with 3
twice.
targets.
Yep,
Yeah,
and that's tough.
right.
Every
The
time
3
now
targets
you-
is very
2,
tough.
4, 6. And
Right.
you go around 2, 4, 6, 2, 4, 6, all the way around.
Yep. Yeah, it's 18 rounds total.
Mhm.
And like I said, what they're doing here, they're doing in the close leg and the far leg, where they're doing one hand, the strong hand, and the close leg, they're doing the weak hand. You can do that too.
Yep.
You can
and
break
you
it
can
up
mix
like
and match it, right?
Mm-hmm.
'Cause I've done it
Yeah.
where it's 2 hand, strong hand all the way around, and I've done it where you're saying like this. And it's also a mental game, because once you start, when you get across here, nobody's going to tell you, okay, one handed now, and you got and you get a penalty if you get it right here. So that's the thinking part of it.
Right. And now the box drill can be done with rifles.
Hmm.
It can also be done with 2-gun, a primary and a secondary.
It can be done with shotgun.
Yep, sure can be done in
Good.
shotgun.
And the thing
Yeah.
that I like about it is what you were saying earlier, just to spell it out a little bit more, is that you got 5 yards from the target here. But when you get back to this guy, now you're 10 yards away.
Mm-hmm.
And
That's
then
right.
You move here and you egress, and then you go forward and you come back.
Mm-hmm. You back up.
Yep.
So you're using every single technique in movement that you need to do in order to make it happen. In order to get your training up, you do about 3 or 4 of those, you're gonna be tired.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And but you'll definitely see the areas where you need to improve and your weakness is at, and that's where you'll train on. You'll train on those legs. Maybe you need to go forward and train. You'll train going forward. Maybe you need to go backwards. You'll train. Then you'll train lateral movement. Once you get those positions up, then you go back and do the box drill with that training that you just did, self training that you just did.
Right.
Yeah, Omar said he loved the box drill.
Oh yeah.
And there's many variations of the box drill. There's tons. I mean, it is a killer drill.
Yep.
But you just gotta know what you're doing. Yep, there you
You're
go,
welcome.
702.
Yep.
No problem. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, box drill.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's on the list.
Yeah.
I saw you. I saw you. I was running them through. We got the other one I was going to talk about is the BMF, and that's a good one too. And Omaha,
Hmm.
we used to run that a lot. The BMF is the bill drill. The actually BFM and the federal marshals. They got a drill that they do, and then to finish off with Mozambique. Some people don't like that word, but it's the Mozambique drill. The failure to stop, whatever the new words that we're going to use now, but it's Mozambique. And that one, bill drill is 6 rounds. Then you go to the Marshall drill, and that's 2 to the head and 4 to the body. Then you go to Mozambique, and you go 2 to the body and 1 to the head.
Hmm.
And that those are drills that simulate more of what you would find out in reality. You made me push the bill drill on a lot of people because every time I hear you talk and you say what your action's going to be, you're firing 6 rounds and then you're going to make an assessment. That sounds like 6 rounds and I'm making an assessment, but I'm putting 6 in them.
Yeah, that's my limit. It's 6. That's my first volley. Is 6 because I know 6 is going to. I'm already counting. Maybe I may miss one.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to push to 6. If I don't miss you at 6, then I'm carrying 17.
Right.
So I can do 6. I can do 6. I can do 6. I can do 6. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So and so I got 18 rounds in there. So I can do 6 3 times. You know what I'm saying? Because I got one in the chamber from the 17. And so you get the ammo, you might as well shoot it. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? As long as nothing behind the target that's going to give you a threat.
Right.
You
But
know?
at that point, you way past that. You know
Right.
what I mean? At that point, you already there. If you have
Oh,
to take that shot,
what about the 2-2-2 drill? Oh my God. I hate that drill. That is one drill I hate. The 2-2-2 drill. We always did that at the U.S. Arms match. And oof, man, I hated that drill. It's a thinking drill. 2-2-2 is a thinking drill. You know what I'm saying? So um let's see how to describe it.
3 targets, 2 rounds
Yeah.
each,
Two thread.
and one is usually far away.
One is usually far away.
Yep. So you got to swing that gun.
And so yeah, we usually do the 2-2-2 on the range. Now to do an assessment, I usually use it for an assessment. And but I used to when I first started out, I used to hate it because you didn't know how to position. You had to learn how to position yourself where you can get the swing. Because the 2-2-2 drill is you can have it. You can is several different variations of it. You can do it close with all the targets close into each other within 1 foot of each other, or you can have them spread out to at least 5 to 7 yards. You know what I'm saying? So you can go 2-2-2, one up from the front, 2-2-2, one in the back. You can start at any position that they want you to start at, or you can they can have it where you can start at the left, you start at the right. So you'll start with 6 rounds in your gun. You go 2-2, 2-2, 2-2, reload, 2-2, 2-2, 2-2. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's a hell of a drill. It's beautiful if it's done right, but when it's always funny though, because when you go too fast on that drill, you notice it that you'll start shooting too fast and you'll be missing targets. You'll miss those bullseyes because you're not even looking at the sights anymore. You're just trying to keep up with the cadence.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But it's a good drill, especially
Yeah.
if you decide to get into competition shooting because
Yeah.
that swing.
Yeah.
You can't overswing the target.
No. And you got to be looking at the sights and seeing that's the biggest thing. People don't look at the sights when they do these drills. What I always learned to let my eye look at the target, then the sights come into the target instead of trying to look at the sights and overswing the target. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, let the eye look and and the gun will follow. Because it's almost like driving a car, and you turn left and look left, you'll automatically turn in that direction.
Right.
So it's a hell of a drill, beautiful drill. You cannot do the 2-2 drill indoors, stationary, what just won't work because it's a multiple target drill.
Right. So what I tell people who don't have the access to an outdoor range and they already indoors is, you mentioned it similar earlier, is get one of those targets that have multiple, even if you just get a man-sized target, and go from head toward middle and then lower thoracic. So
Mm.
bang, bang, bang. That way you get to move the gun. And
Okay.
even if you go shoulder to shoulder, if you get one of these targets with like 3 or 4 different bullseyes on them,
Hmm.
move around, because they're moving your eyes and your hands, as you were saying, eye hand coordination. As you're moving around, you're getting some a more benefit than just standing there punching out and then pulling the trigger.
Hmm. Yeah, not everybody can is a member to an outdoor
Yeah,
range or
yeah,
have
and
access. Yeah,
yeah, I've come to
yeah.
realize that, my thing is, I've always did, tell people, you need to go do this, and then some people just don't have
They don't
they
have the
just don't have
funds or the
the funds
time
or the time or the location. They're in one
or
of
even the
these
patience
areas.
to do it. Yeah.
Yep.
So do what you can. There's all types of electronic devices that you can get. There's some companies that have devices where you can put a project a scenario on your wall. You know what I'm saying? And actually, you can take your camera and it will record you shooting at the projections that's on your wall. You can have a shooting range, you can have a competition thing. Some of these things are very affordable. They're under maybe $300, and you guys spend that on liquor sometime. So, uh, and so you know what I'm saying? It doesn't really make a difference. And so for the guys who can afford it, if you running around with a $700 gun, a staccato or whatever, then you can afford to get one of these simulator type of shooting things that you can do at your home for dry fire drills. You know what I'm saying? So that's the way I look at it. If your guns, if if your gun costs more than what it's actually worth, then you got some issues.
Well, there's
Especially
plenty
if
of them
you
out there.
running around with all the tricked out guns and
Hmm.
stuff as a concealed carry.
Yep.
Keep it stock
But
because
but
you're
it
gonna
looks
lose
good.
it.
But it looks good.
Yeah, yeah, it looks good.
It looks
Yeah,
good.
looks real good.
Look, if
Yeah,
looks could kill, these would be some really lethal people out there.
and yeah, or I could say something. I'm not gonna say anything.
Thank
But
you.
small guns. A lot of these guys are really. Oh yeah, get a shot timer and learn to use it. Yep, really helps.
Hmm.
Yep. WK said get a shot timer, learn to use it. It really helps because you can use that shot timer indoors. Now they got them so sensitive that it will only pick up you in your
Right.
bay. Not like it used to be when you had shot timers and like the guy way down the way is shooting and the shot timer goes off and picks it up. He's like, what the hell? You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying?
But
So
you got
they're a little bit
35
better now.
shots and you only fired one round. Hmm.
Yeah. So you can never use a shot timer indoors, but now you can,
Yeah, there's
even at
plenty
the
of them
indoor
out there.
ranges. Yeah, they got some good ones. They're gonna cost you though. They're about $200-300 for a good shot timer.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And but small guns, a lot of guys, a lot of females want small guns. A lot of guys I'm seeing want small guns too. But if you got thick meat beater hands, come on, guys, stop with the small guns.
Yep.
I
The
don't know why.
industry is playing favor to them, and that's the new thing right now is a 3-inch barrel gun with a 15-round magazine. It sounds great until you go to shoot it. And I've
Hmm.
seen people with medium sized hands and small guns, and they're having issues because their sight radius is just short, and then they switch to a dot, and the dot is going to make it a lot easier, and it's more they'll be more productive. But now you have to
Dot.
learn. Now
You
you have to
talking about
learn the dot.
RMR? You talking
Yeah,
about RMR?
red dot,
RMR.
green dot, red
Yeah,
dot, R dot,
yeah,
any
yeah,
of those.
yeah, yeah. Say RMR because dot for the slang is the beam or whatever
I
that
don't
is.
talk slang. I
I
said
don't know.
dot.
I just don't want them to
Hollow
misconstrue.
Sun,
Yeah,
RMR, any of those things you put on top. Aim
right.
Point, Trigicon, it doesn't matter, which they all the same.
Well, let me answer 702. The dot torture. The dot torture is mostly for accuracy.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's good for stationary accuracy.
Right, and you need it. It's a
Right.
definite necessity, What we're talking about is the different shooting drills that would be more practical for an incident. And on the dot torture, I would be remiss if I didn't give Israel a shout out today. He cleared it. He shot a dot torture at 100% at 9 yards away. At 9 feet. I'm sorry, no, 9 yards, 9 feet away, and
Okay.
that was good. I mean, he's been working a lot to get that done. So to you, Israel, bow. Did a good job today.
Right.
Because it's not an easy test. People
No.
think it's easy, and I've seen guys, especially people who swear they can shoot, and you put them on the dot torture, and they get a 40 out of 100. And I don't stop when I see there's a whole number 5 is clear as day, number 4 is clear as day. You can reuse the damn target because they it never hit it.
Right.
And I don't stop and keep going. Now do the next one because you got to understand the entire thing. It's good for mechanics because you got a few drawers that come out of it, and you got a couple magazine reloads, and the accuracy, as you said. And I've seen people that do it from 3 yards and not clear it, but they would swear to you that they're a shooter. It's a tough test.
Wow.
50 rounds. If you anybody out there, you have 50 rounds to spare. Run yourself through the dot torture. You can find it online. You could make a couple of copies and take them out there. You probably need at least 2 or 3 copies with you. I have difficulty with it at 7 yards. I will say that. At
Yeah,
7
he's
yards,
old.
I have to really.
He's old. He's old.
It's tough.
Vision slipping.
Shit, I wish you come out there and try it.
Yeah. I use my RMR. What's wrong
You
with
can
you?
use the armor. You can use your rifle if you want, bro. That shit it ain't easy. It ain't easy, man. I'm telling you, it ain't easy because Israel did it at 3 yards, and he was, and then he's talking. So I tried it at 9, and I'm sorry, 3 feet. Then he tried it at 9,
Yeah.
and he cleaned it again today at 100.
Okay.
It's tough. It's not easy. I'm not. I would tell you if it's easy.
Right.
There's a bunch of drills out there that are pretty easy, like the El Presidente. That's a good drill, especially when you don't turn around. But if you do the full way it's supposed to be, it'll give you a little buzz.
Yeah.
But it's easy. It's 222 reload 222.
Yeah. You just gotta position your mind where the targets are at before you turn. That's all.
And there's a lot of keys in there because I've seen people do it where they turn around and then they shoot the target the furthest away from them, and it's like, what the. Okay,
Right. Right.
It's cues that you do. That guy over your right shoulder, that's the first guy you take.
Yeah. You're supposed to
then
shoot
you
the
go from
closest first. Yeah. Yeah. The order is from near to far. Yeah. Small guns. Guys with big hands, stop getting small guns. This is ridiculous. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You don't need a Raven 25 automatic.
Ooh.
You got hands the size of a basketball.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's too much.
Mm-hmm.
Get a mid-sized gun.
Right.
Mid-sized gun is something within the M&P a 19.
So let me ask you this: since you and me been around for a while, when did the G19 become a full-size gun?
I don't know. It's never G19 is not supposed to be a full-size gun.
It's a
G19 is supposed
compact
to be it's a compact gun.
It's a compact, but now it's
Yeah.
looked at as full size because you got the 48 in the Glock family, but then you also have the 365 and the what's that one Springfield Armory has? That one. Those guns are smaller and they're like really a micro, but they're really not micro. They're right in that middle between micro, subcompact. It's pretty much what it is.
And that's the new thing right now. It's coming out. Instead of small guns, is micro guns getting ready to hit the market.
And these guns are carrying 12, at least 10 rounds. I mean, it's like wow. The compactness is great, but shootability, you got to figure it out. People buying these guns and they thinking that it's the same as the.
They're gonna trick them out. They're gonna take these micros and they're gonna put an armor on a micro. And they're gonna do all this other stuff. Watch.
Wilson Combat has a kit for the 365, and it actually has weights in the gun
To keep it down.
To keep it down.
Wow.
I'm like, if you go through all of that, just get a 4-inch gun.
Yeah.
Just get a 4-inch gun.
Right.
4-inch barrel gun, should I say?
Yeah. Get a mid-sized gun.
Get a mid-sized gun.
Yeah.
I mean, you and I both know because we came up behind the generation before us, right? And those guys were carrying 1911s and hiding them full
Oh
gun
yeah.
size and commander
Yeah.
size guns.
Yeah.
And then when we started to
Yeah.
see the G19, that was revolutionary. Oh wow, look how small this gun is, and you can still hide it, but you
And
can
it's
still shoot
plastic.
it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
now you got guys that are complaining trying to hide a G19.
Oh, they are?
Oh yeah, dude, I had the VP9 on a regular basis, and I laugh, and it's heavy. It's heavier
Hmm.
than the 19, and I saw a big difference because, like you were talking about the belts, and my belt was doing this, and I had to go change the belt because it was like I got to get it back because it's crazy, but it was heavier.
So you still carry it?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
I go
I ain't
between that one and depending on where I'm going, and I know predictability. But I carry 2 magazines, so I usually at the least I'm gonna have on me is 16 rounds of ammo.
Okay.
Yep, that's very
Mm.
least.
All right. Yeah, I wouldn't carry no. If it's heavy, I'm not carrying no
Well,
heavy
it's
gun.
heavier than the G19, but I'm still a man.
I understand, but you're a man with a big belt.
Damn real. And
Yeah.
a gun that I know I can shoot at accuracy up to
And
whatever
seeing
distance I need.
and that's what a lot of these guys are going to small guns. They're looking at comfortability. They're trying to be comfortable.
You see that?
There it is.
There you go. That's my
People come
boy.
in all the time saying a Glock 19 is too big, and they want to trade it in. Ooh,
Right.
I got to be down there, and I give them $50.
I know you would.
Yeah.
But yeah, like he's saying that people come in and they want to trade a G19 because it's too big.
Saying it's too big,
Yep.
and I carry a 17,
Mm-hmm.
and it's fine on my hip every day.
Mm-hmm.
And it's comfortable for me because see, I got big hands, and I like the
There we
I
go
like
again.
to
There
I
we go.
like they're called meat beaters. I got big hands. I got big hands, and I like the length of the sight because I still got iron sights in this thing. I haven't put an RMR on it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what
Well,
I'm
see what
saying?
you said? That's the key. One of the keys to not being able to shoot a small gun. The sight radius on the 17 gives you ample space in order to be accurate. When
Yes.
you're shooting a small gun and you only have a 3-inch sight radius, it's going to bear on your accuracy.
You really got to concentrate on those sights. You got to concentrate hard. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also grip. So when the gun is smaller, they're going to shorten the grip. So you go to from 3 fingers, a full grip, to
Now
2
your grip's
fingers.
off. So the whole sight radius, sight picture, sight alignment, everything's off.
Yep.
Everything's off.
There's nothing else you can do about that.
Yeah. Mm.
There's nothing you can do about it.
I'm curious, Omar, if you hear me, what you guys usually give them on the trade in? Or do you guys buy them back? I know it's funny. I'm gonna have something sent down there too, Omar. So
You should stand out in front. You stand out front. Hey, what you gonna do with that?
yeah, exactly.
I'll give you $50 for it right now.
Yeah.
Don't even worry about it.
Right. You know,
Mm-hmm.
trade in a Glock 19. That is silly, man. People don't know what they got. They really don't know. No.
Yep.
I knew a person who traded in a Glock 19 for an MMP.
Which one?
The
Shield or just the MMP?
Shield. The Shield.
Okay.
Because they thought that the Glock did not have an adequate safety. I'm like, what?
Wow. I think some of those shields have a safety on the rear.
Some safety.
External safety. Yeah.
And the first thing they do when they pick it up, they don't release the safety.
Right.
Then they pull the trigger and they're like,
Nothing happens.
yeah,
And
you had a safety in the trigger, but you wanted to get rid of it.
Yep. And in some of those places, classes that we have, if you put them through enough stress, they'll never figure out why the gun's not shooting.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, and that's the thing. That's a good topic. Safety or no safety.
Oh, here we go. The WK at his shop, he said we give him 150 for a Glock at his store. Wow. I give him 75.
See?
Let's see. All right,
You
Omar.
increased your price.
Yeah. No, I lowered it. Glocks. Oh, yeah. Glocks usually hold a standard price. So I'll say we have exactly how many 19s I want.
He's all he's gonna say is I have exactly as many 1911.
Oh, I got you now.
Right.
I I figured it out.
Right.
Okay. Okay. You
There
probably
you
got
go.
a good Glock collection going on there.
Hmm. Yep.
Oh my God.
That's funny though, because it's funny how it's a standard gun. It's probably the most purchased gun in the United States. Um,
Mhm.
I don't know the stats of that, but I'm telling it just because of popularity and the fact that it's a good gun. Um, but yet people don't want it because there's something new out there. And that
Mhm.
new thing that they're going to, the same thing in the story you just said in reference to the um the uh the Smith and Wesson M&P Shield. You go to that gun and now you got a learning curve
Yeah.
because you got to
And
learn barrel.
and the Smith and Wesson M&P Shield shoots like shit.
Hmm. And
Yeah.
depending on what generation you get, you have to change the trigger in that too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Every,
Yeah.
whenever those
Or they
triggers get
go
reset.
with they everybody want to go with them Hellcats or
That's
the
the one I was talking about, the
staccatos.
Hellcat.
And they want to get all the latest and the greatest, and I want to get it blinged out and all this other stuff, man. Doesn't make you a better shooter.
Nope.
No.
You can't buy a skill.
Mm-mm.
704 says, I may or may not have a G34 in the rig with me. What
702.
did I say, 704?
Yeah.
I don't know where that came from. I may or may not have a G34 in the rig with me. If I had a 17L, I'd carry that with me. Exactly. I
Okay.
don't think many people know what the L is. That was one.
Right.
That was the
That was a
G34 before it
yeah. It
was
was a
the.
long slide.
Yep.
Hmm. Yeah. So and I thought you carried it. I thought
I
he
got
had
a
a
34.
34.
I
Huh?
have a 34.
Oh no, I thought 702 had a 34.
He said I may or may not have.
Oh, he does. He does.
Right.
Yeah, because
Quotes.
I remember seeing it. It was like, what the hell?
Hmm.
Yeah.
I may or
So
may not.
yeah.
I may or may not own ammunition.
Right. I don't have any guns, to tell you the
Me
truth.
neither.
I'm just doing this show from all by memory. You know?
Yep.
Um yeah, but there's no reason to get a small gun if you got small hands. Same
Here
for
we go.
women. And
That's
it's
the
a lot
last
of
one. Was that the last one?
that was the last one. There's a lot of women got some big ass hands too. So, and you guys, if you women, if you got these big old slapping your husband across the face hands, you don't need no small gun. You know, just because you think it look cute, you want it small, something you fit in your purse and all this
Yep.
other crap. You don't need all that. You know what I'm saying? Get something that makes you feel comfortable. When you squeeze it, it doesn't hurt. And when you look down the sight, you can see the sights. When you pull the trigger, it feels comfortable.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Stop with all this cosmetic, beauty, cute
That
stuff. You know,
Bodyguard. The Smith and
bodyguard.
Wesson Bodyguard. Have you seen
Oh,
that?
I remember that. That was a piece
Yeah,
of crap.
bro. It's still out there. It's still
Yeah.
out there. And Ruger has one. LCP.
Oh yeah, that was another
The
piece of crap.
LCP. Yep. They came
Everybody
up.
was
Yes.
buying those. Everybody
Yep.
was buying those.
380.
Yep.
Now I think there's a max and it has 10 rounds,
Mm-hmm.
and then the standard one has 6.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Everybody started carrying 380. I got me a 380. I got me a 380 until everybody started throwing 9 millimeters back at them. And it was like, I'm getting rid of this 380. You know what I'm saying? All right. WK said he shoots both the 34 and the 17L in competition. Yep.
Yeah, because
I
he's
missed.
in a certain generation.
Yeah, a certain generation.
Right.
702 depends on what state I'm driving in.
Face blue smiling.
Face blue smiling. Yep.
Hmm.
Okay. So yeah. It's just stay away from small. Get the gun that fits your hand.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And
That's
make
the
sure you
biggest.
the sight radius, because a lot of people don't understand that. But you need that sight radius at least 4 inches, because it's hard to line them up with just the 3, and that's from somebody with skill. Telling you that. You know, we had, what's his name? Derek was on a few months ago, and he said the same thing. But we were talking about small guns. He's like, he's not going, but so far. You know, and if you can't get a full grip on the grip of the gun itself, you're hurting yourself. Your chances of really shooting well are diminished.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's always test fire. And back in the day when we was buying guns, the Rangers didn't have a lot of guns you can rent for. You can go in and rent, and especially some of the newer guns. They had the 38s, had the 1911s, and you had some. It was it was a Beretta, all hammer
Smith and
fired.
Wesson. Yep.
There was no striker fires in there at all.
Hmm.
Now you can go to your local shooting range, and there are a whole slew of the latest guns
Yep.
on the market, the ones that just came out. Even
Hmm.
you can go in and test fire them and shoot them and see if you like them.
Yep.
So you can
The
save.
the last three places that we've done shows, they had every gun at the range that they had
Mhm.
in the counter. Plus
That's
some.
right.
Plus some.
Right. Yeah.
Yep. There
So
were some guns that were on back order, but they had one in their range usage for
mhm.
rental.
so go in there, feel it, pick up the
Yep.
rental, feel it, take it out to the range, get your
50
box of
rounds.
ammunition,
There you
and
go.
shoot it.
Yep.
Yeah.
10 rounds
And
each
this
gun. You 5
right.
rounds. You get 5 gun tested.
Right. You shooting 9mm. Just make sure you rent. You can buy one box of ammunition. Just rent different 9mm that day and
Hmm.
shoot up that box of ammunition.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
And get
And
a
just
good
test
feel.
fire that gun. And if it feels comfortable and you slam it home on anything beyond 7 yards, uh, 10 yards, that's usually the test. If you're hitting anything at 10 yards, and you're hitting bullseye, that is the gun for you.
Right.
Don't even try nothing else. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Especially if you're throwing it in it's you're putting it in a 8-inch circle at that. So
Right.
yep, yep, yeah.
Hmm.
And so with that, guys, we want to say
See you October 15th.
yeah. Well, we're not done yet. We've got a lot to talk about still. October 15th. October 15th, guys. Be there, be square. We're at the South River Gun Club. Go to the classes, go to the bottom, sign up now because it's going to be a cutoff when we get up to so many people because we can only handle so many with so many safety officers. Um, let's see what else. It's only $30. Oh, also, if you go to the front of Saber Team Tactical, we are now partnership with Right to Bear. That's coverage for legal protection if you are involved in the shooting. Use promo code SABER. You'll save over $200 if you sign up with that. Just click right here. It takes you straight to the website. And just go right here and go join now. If you don't want to join, you can go here and look at the monthly prices. If you use our promotion code, it takes it down from $15 a month to $13 a month. So that's a huge savings. So take advantage of that if you can. Because if you get involved in the shooting, you will be arrested sometime. They're going to confiscate your gun. This protection will take care of all that and bail you out. So don't get involved in the shooting without having all this stuff hooked
Yep.
up.
And we're members, by the way, just to let you know.
Right.
Yep.
We are members. Yep.
Mhm. So
And you said it's
we
not
won't push nothing
what?
that
How
we
much
won't
of a
do ourselves.
savings? So it's $2 off of 15 times 10. That's 20. Is a $20, 20 something dollar, $22 savings per year. Thank you, Al.
You're
Done
welcome.
the numbers. I kept saying $200 off.
I
I had to take one of the
they're gonna
zeros off.
give you money back.
Yeah, so it's a $22 savings per year you're gonna save, and just by using our promotional code.
Right.
And so don't forget that. And what else? What else? What
And it's
else?
worth it without the savings, Brian, by the way.
Yeah, it is worth it without the savings. You got to have something
Yep.
to protect you. And also, too, we're on platforms Twitch, Kick, YouTube, and Rumble. Please, you guys on YouTube and Rumble, hit the thumbs up button and hit the likes on this shows. And like and share. Turn some of your friends onto this stuff. Let them hear. I mean, how many guys you guys know? Two two peanut colored brothers like this looking around doing the show talking about guns. There's nobody out here doing that. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Come on, man. And I mean, we got some
We're
of the
the
old
people's
show.
people.
Yeah, we're the people's people. We try to keep it real. The show is for you, not for us. You know, because for me, I wouldn't be here. I sell all this equipment and buy me some more guns. You know what I'm saying?
That would be true.
Yeah.
That would be true.
Other than that, we see you guys on the range. Hopefully, see you on October 15th.
See you October 15th on the range.
All right. See you later.